Hello everyone and welcome to another product comparison video brought to you by James from mysmarterhome.com. Today I am comparing 8 of the best-selling and most wished for smart locks, and they are the Schlage BE469 versus Kwikset 92640 versus the Schlage BE365 versus the Yale YRD220 versus the August Smart Lock versus the Samsung SHS3321 versus Ultraloq's UL3BT versus Ardwolf A20. This video has 11 different sections, and they are Section 1, Main Features, Section 2, Basic Specifications, Section 3, Reviews and Ratings, Section 4, Connections, Section 5, Security Features, Section 6, Personal Identification Number, Section 7, Methods of Opening, Section 8, Apps and Browser Access, Section 9, Home Automation, Section 10, Box Contents, and Section 11, Design and Warranty. These sections are listed below the video, and to move quickly between them, click or tap on the different times. So let's get stuck in. Section 1, Big Features. This is the section for all of you who are in a rush or who haven't got the time to watch the whole video. Although the whole video will go through over 40 specifications, in this section I will examine what I consider to be the most important, the power features of these locks. Ultraloq is when a lock locks automatically a set number of seconds after it is closed. All of the locks in this comparison have an Ultraloq feature apart from the BE365. Apps make smart locks more powerful. They can do more. 4 locks in my chart use apps, and all of the locks have apps for iOS and Android devices, and those locks are the BE469, the YRD220, the August Smart Lock, and the UL3BT. Security rating. The gold standard security rating for a lock is from ANSI, American National Standards Institute. 4 of the locks in this comparison have an ANSI rating, and they are the BE469, the 92640, the BE365, and the YRD220. The BE469 has a grade 1 rating, which is the highest one. The BE365, the 92640 and the YRD220 have a grade 2 rating. The SHS3321 doesn't have an ANSI rating, but it does have a PSB fire rating. Openings. In my comparison, the smart locks can be opened in 5 different ways. Via a keypad or number pad, using a smartphone, a mechanical key, a fingerprint, or a fob. The BE469, the YRD220 and the August lock can be opened using a keypad, smartphone or mechanical key. The 92640 and the BE365 can either use a number pad or a key. The SHS3321 uses a number pad, and it can also use a fob with the number pad. And the UL3BT uses a keypad, smartphone, mechanical key and fingerprint. Alexa is Amazon's digital assistant. It is important to smart locks and other smart devices because it allows them to be controlled by the human voice. To use Alexa, however, you need to buy an Echo product. 3 of my smart locks are compatible with Alexa, and they are the BE469, the YRD220 and the August lock. All of the locks in my comparison are powered by battery. The only lock that isn't powered by AA batteries is the BE365, which is instead powered by a 9-volt battery. Every product that is for sale on Amazon and that has been reviewed is given an overall rating. The green arrow on my chart shows the highest or best value, and the red arrows show the lowest or worst value. So the lock with the highest overall rating is the BE365, which at the moment has 4.6 out of 5. This is very high for any electronics product. There are 3 locks that have the lowest rating of 3.8 out of 5, and they are the August Smart Lock, the SHS 3321 and the UL3 BT. Section 2 is all about basic specifications. 4 of the locks are made by 3 very highly thought of and established lock companies, and they are Yale, Schlage and Kwikset, who have been around for decades. One of the locks is made by Samsung, a huge name in electronics but not necessarily in smart locks. And the other 3 locks are made by 3 new tech startups, August, Ultraloq and Ardwolf. Moving on to the launched category, looking at the red and the green arrows. The oldest lock in this selection is the BE365, which was launched in September 2004. And the most recent one is the August Smart Lock 3rd generation, which was launched a couple of months ago in September 2017. 2 locks were launched in 2016, the A20 in March and the UL3 in August of that year. The 92640 was launched in late 2014, and the SHS 3321 was released in the autumn of 2012. There is a huge gap between the lightest lock in this selection and the heaviest. The A20 tops the list at £6. At the opposite end of the scale is the August lock, which weighs just under 14 ounces. The biggest reason for this huge difference in weight is because the August lock is made of plastic and it only replaces the part of the lock that is on the inside of the door. With the August, you don't need to touch the exterior part of your lock. However, all the other locks in this comparison come with an interior and exterior body, and they are all made of metal. In second place, the BE365 is the next heaviest at 5.3 pounds. In third place comes the UL3 BT at 5 pounds. In fourth place, the YRD220, which weighs 4.3 pounds. In fifth place, the BE469, weighing 3.8 pounds. In sixth place is the SHS 3321, which weighs 3.4 pounds. And the 92640 weighs 2.8 pounds. If the size of the lock is important, then in my comparison, the tallest lock is the A20, which is 11.2 inches tall. This is closely followed by the YRD220, which is 10 inches tall, and then the BE469, which is just over 9 inches tall. Prices change often, so just double check before you buy. On the day that this video was created, the most expensive lock, the ULBT, cost around $199, and the cheapest, the 92640, cost $69. Let me quickly rank the rest. In second place, the Yale YRD220 costs $190. Third place, the SHS 3321 costs just under $185. Fourth place, the BE469 costs $153. Fifth place, August costs $149. Sixth place, the A20 costs just under $133. Seventh place, the BE365 costs $91, and finally the 92640 costs just $69. In the next section, we look at the reviews and the ratings. The top lock in my comparison is the BE365, which has a rating of 4.6 out of 5, which is very, very good. The smart lock with the worst rating is 3.8 out of 5, and there are 3 of them: the August, the UL3 BT and the SHS 3321. So let's rank all the locks in my selection. In joint second place is the BE469 and 92640, which were both rated at 4.3 out of 5. In joint fourth place is the YRD220 and the A20, both of these were rated 4 out of 5. And in joint fifth place, as already mentioned, the August, the SHS3321 and the UL3BT are also rated 3 out of 5. For the written reviews, there are two numbers. The number in black shows the total number of written reviews, and the number in pink shows the average reviews which are written every month since the product has been released. This, I think, helps to make the comparison fairer. And so if we focus on the pink numbers, the highest one is the August-Loq and it gets about 63. And the lowest one is the SHS3321. It only gets about 3 a month. Again, for answer questions, the number in black shows the total number of answer questions and the number in pink shows the average number of questions that have been answered every month since the product has been released. And so if we focus on the pink numbers, the green arrow shows that the August gets on average the highest number of questions answered per month at 27, and the red arrow shows that the YRD220 gets on average the lowest number of questions answered per month at 3. In terms of 5-star reviews, the percentage of reviews which are rated as 5-star is an important indication of satisfaction. The higher this percentage is, the more satisfied buyers are. For the top smart products, this percentage tends to be in the 70s or 80s. The green arrow shows that the lock which has the highest percentage of 5-star reviews is the BE365 with a huge 80% of reviews. That is 4 out of every 5 reviews rating this product as 5 stars. The red arrow shows that in last place with the lowest number of 5-star reviews is the SHS3321, which has only 50% of all reviews rating it as 5 stars. Moving on to 1-star reviews, this is a real indicator of dissatisfaction. The higher this percentage, the more disappointed buyers are. For the top smart products, this percentage seems to be 5 or lower. The green arrow shows that the BE365 has only 3% of review rating it as 1 star, which is outstanding. That's only 1 in every 33 ratings. At the other extreme, the red arrow shows that the SHS3321 has a huge 18% of all reviews rating it as 1 star. That's nearly 1 in every 5 reviews. FakeSpot analyses a product's reviews on sites like Amazon and then gives them a reliability grading. This is because not all reviews that are on Amazon are written by people who have genuinely bought a product. Many companies pay people to write fake reviews about products in order to get the product higher up in Amazon's listing so that their sales are greater. FakeSpot uses the same grade system used on old school reports, and the higher the grade, the more trustworthy the reviews are. My analysis shows that the quality of most of the reviews for these smart locks is very high indeed. 4 of these locks have been given an A grade, which shows that over 90% of reviews are deemed to be genuine and trustworthy. And those locks are the BE469, the 92640, the BE365 and the YRD220. Interestingly, these are the smart locks made by the long-established brands in the security industry. August comes in next with its reviews receiving a B grade, which means that over 80% of its reviews are probably genuine. And in joint last place is the UL3BT and the A20. And the assessment here is that 79% of their reviews are genuine. The next section is all about connections. None of the smart locks in this comparison can connect directly to your home Wi-Fi. The August uses a device called August Connect to connect to your Wi-Fi and your internet, and the August Connect needs to be purchased separately. By connecting it to the internet via the Connect, the August Smart Lock can do more, such as be controlled remotely. Only 2 of the locks in my comparison use Bluetooth to connect to a smartphone, and these locks are the August Smart Lock and the UL3 BT. By using Bluetooth to connect to a smartphone, these locks allow a phone to be used as an electronic key, a method of opening the lock. Only 2 of these locks use a smart hub to connect to the internet. These are the BE469 and the YRD220. Now these locks don't need to be connected to a smart hub to work in a basic manner. Connecting to a smart hub means they can do more, such as being controlled remotely. Both of these locks can either be connected to a Wink hub or a SmartThings hub. Ultraloq allows a lock to lock automatically without the user having to touch anything after they have closed the door. Although this is seen as a must-have feature for most smart locks because it is one less thing for us to have to do or think about in our busy lives. Sometimes auto-lock features in locks can cause problems though, such as if the latch or deadbolt jams as it tries to close because it hasn't been fitted perfectly. What is interesting is the only lock that doesn't have an auto-lock feature is the BE365, which is also the highest rated lock in my comparison. Remote access is the ability to control a smart lock without touching it. And so you could be in the opposite end of your house to the front door or on the opposite side of the world. 3 of the locks can be remotely controlled, and these are the BE469, the YRD220 and the August. The August can be remotely accessed as long as it is connected to the August Connect, which was discussed earlier. Security features are next. ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, is the recognized standard in security ratings. This is a grading system that rates locks for how secure they are and how easy they are to break into. 4 of the locks in this section have an ANSI rating. The BE469 comes top because it is the only lock to achieve the best rating, which is grade 1. 3 other locks have a grade 2 ANSI rating, and they are the 92640, the BE365 and the YRD220. None of the other locks in this comparison have a recognized security rating. The SHS 3321 has a fire rating for its lock, a PSB rating, and this shows the level of fire resistance, but it is not a security rating. Privacy features are any features that a smart lock has that make it harder to hack or gain access without physically breaking it. One of the biggest concerns is a potential intruder watching as a user enters a code into a lock. Only 2 of the locks did not seem to have any specialist privacy features. These locks are the 92640 and the August lock. The August is unique in this comparison because it is the only lock that has no hardware on the exterior of the front door. Its hardware only mounts on the interior of a door. The BE469, the BE365 and the YRD220 all aim to be fingerprint resistant. The BE469 and the YRD220 do this by having matte screens on their number pads. The BE365 has silicon coated keys. The SHS 3321, the UL3 BT and the A20 have a random code feature. This allows a user to enter a random combination of numbers, and the only necessity is that somewhere within the combination the correct pin is entered in the right order. Alarms on smart locks sound for 2 different reasons. Firstly is tamper activity, and this is when the maximum number of incorrect pins have been entered, and secondly is forced entry. This is when someone is physically trying to break the lock off. 3 locks in this comparison have an alarm on them: the BE469, the YRD220 and the SHS3321. The BE469 has an alarm that can be triggered by either activity, tamper or forced entry. The YRD220's alarm can be triggered by either tampering or forced entry. And finally, the SHS3321 alarm is triggered by either tampering or by fire. None of the other locks in this comparison have any sort of alarm system fitted. All of these locks are powered by some sort of battery, and because they will all stop working once the batteries run flat, a low battery warning is a necessity. But 2 locks in my comparison don't seem to have any low battery indicator, and these locks are the SHS3321 and the A20. All the other locks have a low battery indicator, which is normally a beep or some kind or another. Following on from the section above, all of these locks have an emergency method of opening them in case of a flat battery or power failure. For most of the locks, the emergency opening method is in the form of using a mechanical or traditional key, which comes with your lock when you buy it. 6 of the 8 locks in this comparison come with a traditional key that you can use in an emergency. In fact, for all of these locks, it's a recommendation that you store these backup keys carefully and only use them in an emergency. You don't use them on a daily or a frequent basis. The 6 locks are the BE469, the 92640, the BE365, the YRD220, the UL3BT and the A20. The August lock does not come with any mechanical keys, as it is your existing key will work with it. The YRD220, as well as coming with a mechanical key that can be used to open the lock in case of a power failure, it can also be opened by using a 9-volt battery. The SHS3321 doesn't come with a key, and you can't use a key to open it in an emergency. Instead, it uses a 9-volt battery to open it if the batteries have run out. The next section is all about personal identification numbers. 7 of the 8 smart locks in this review have some sort of number pad or keypad and can be opened by inputting a PIN, the personal identification number. The only exception is the August smart lock. So let's have a look at the PIN requirements for each of these locks. Having flexible PIN requirements is important because firstly it allows you to create more pins, but it also allows for pins to be created of varying levels of complexity or difficulty. Children and older people might benefit from having a shorter pin because their memories are not as good, but as your partner, wife or husband might want a more complex pin in order to keep security tight. The most flexible smart lock in this category is the SHS3321 because it allows pins to be created that use between 4 and 12 digits long. 3 locks allow you to use a pin that is between 4 and 8 digits long, and these are the BE469, the YRD220 and the UL3BT. The 926 allows you to use pins between 3 and 8 digits long, and the least flexible and most complicated is the A20 because it will only accept a pin of 8 digits long. Another quirk of this lock is that the A20 has no 9 or 0 on its keypad, which is a bit strange, don't you think? As a mark of its age, the BE365 only accepts pins that are 4 digits long. This makes the lock a bit limited and perhaps means it should be used by people who want a smart lock not because of security concerns, but because they don't want to have a key anymore. The maximum number of different codes or pins that a smart lock allows is an important consideration for those people who are looking to create lots of pins. The August does not use codes unless you have purchased its keypad separately. I could not find any details about the maximum number of codes that the A20 can store. The green arrow shows that the top lock for code or pin storage is the YRD220 with up to 250 different codes. The red arrow shows that the worst lock for code storage is the 92640, as it can only store up to 6 different codes. As our lives get more complicated, smart locks need to be flexible so that occasional visitors, non-family members or people who only visit the house every so often can be granted a code. Temporary codes are crucial to many landlords who use smart locks or Airbnb owners. 2 of the locks in my comparison allow for temporary codes to be created. Temporary codes will only work for a specific number of hours or days, or they are codes that will only work at a certain time on a certain day of the week. The 2 locks that provide for the use of temporary codes are the August and the 92640. The August lock allows a user to create temporary codes via the August app that can be downloaded. These codes can be created to only work at certain times, and then they can be created to expire on a specific day or after a specific time. The 92540 only allows a user to create a one-time user code. By definition, these codes can only be used once, and after that they are then deleted. This feature is much more limited than the August, but if you only get occasional visitors, I think that it will be fine. None of the other locks in this comparison allow for temporary passwords to be set or temporary codes to be set. Since all the locks can store multiple codes, there should be spare capacity to create additional pins. However, these codes can be used at any time of the day and week and will need to be manually deleted after they've been created. An activity log is a record of when the lock was opened or closed, and by whom. 4 of these locks have activity logs. The August and UL3BT have detailed logs that can be viewed via their apps. The BE469 and the BE365 can access activity logs only if they are connected to either a SmartThings or WinkThings hub, and a record of the lock's activity can be accessed via the Wink or SmartThings app. The next section is all about methods of opening. Smart locks can be opened in a variety of different ways. In my comparison, there are 5 different ways: keypad or number pad, smartphone, mechanical key, tag or fob, and fingerprint. All of the locks that I compare have a keypad with one exception, which is the August Smart Lock, but even this lock is compatible with a keypad, but you need to buy it separately. 5 of the lock's keypads are backlit touchscreens, and these locks are the BE469, the YRD220, the SHS3321, the UL3BT, and the A20. The touchscreen light up when you touch the screens. The 92640 and the BE365 use keypads that have individual buttons that you can press, and these buttons also light up when they're pressed. 4 of the locks in my selection can be opened by using a smartphone, and these locks are the BE469, the YRD220, the August, and the UL3BT. In order to work this way, any phone needs to have a free app installed on it, and all of these locks have apps available for Android phones and iPhones. The August and the Ultraloq have created their own free app to use. Phones with these 2 locks will then connect directly to the lock via Bluetooth. However, the BE460 and the YRD220 use a free app differently. These 2 locks need to be connected to a SmartThings or Wink Smart Hub first, and then the hubs connect to the locks. You can then control your lock by using the Wink or SmartThings app on your smartphone. None of the other locks in this comparison use a smartphone to open and close them. The only lock in my comparison that does not use a mechanical key in any way is the SHS3321. The other 7 locks can be opened by a key in some way or other. I think it is important to say that one of the definitions of a smart lock is a lock that opens without needing to use a mechanical key. 4 of the oldest locks in my selection have a slot for a key under the keypads. These are the BE469, the 92640, the BE365 and the YRD220. Because the August Smart Lock uses your existing deadbolt and only replaces the interior body of your lock, your existing key will still work with your August Smart Lock. That leaves the UL3BT and the A20 left. These 2 locks provide mechanical keys to be used in an emergency, such as when the batteries run flat. The UL3BT and the A20 don't have the keyhole on the front of the lock either, because the key is not to be used every day. The keyhole on these 2 locks is at the bottom of the front of the lock. Only one of the locks from my chart makes use of a fob or tag, and that's the SHS3321. A tag can be used with this lock, but it can only be used with a personal identification number to open the lock. Using the tag on its own will not open the lock. None of the other locks in my comparison are compatible with a fob or tag. The use of fingerprints is the most cutting-edge way to open a smart lock. They should be even more secure and unbreakable than using a pin or code. After all, how can a fingerprint be stolen or copied? Only 2 of the locks from my selection can be opened using fingerprints, and they are the UL3BT and the A20. None of the other locks in my comparison can use a fingerprint as a means of opening them. Many smart locks have specially designed apps to facilitate remote access, which is the ability to control the device without physically touching it. These apps are available to download for free for iPhones and Android phones. Very rarely, a smart lock also provides browser access, which provides the same remote control features via a traditional web browser. There are 4 locks in my chart that use iOS apps. All of these iOS apps that are mentioned below work on iPhones and iPads and the iPod Touch, and they are the BE469, the YRD220, the August and the UL3BT. As mentioned earlier, the August and UL3BT locks use an app that has been created by themselves. The August app is called August Home, and it requires your device to be running version 9 or later of the iOS software. The UL3's app is called Ultraloq, and it also needs your Apple device to be running version 8 or later of the iOS software. The BE469 and the YRD220 use third-party apps for remote control, and they are the Wink and the SmartThings apps, and both of these apps require your device to be running iOS 9 or later. The other 4 smart locks in my selection do not have an iOS app that they use. Whereas iOS only runs on phones and tablets made by Apple, Android software runs on phones that are made by dozens of different manufacturers. Because of this, it is harder to be precise about whether a specific device is compatible with an Android app. I will offer general guidance below, but the only way to guarantee that your device will run an app successfully is to visit the Google Play Store on the device that you are thinking of using, and it will then tell you if your device is compatible. The same 4 smart locks that have an iOS app also have an Android app, and once again the August and the UL3BT use apps created by themselves in order to provide remote access. The August Home app requires an Android phone or tablet to be running version 5 or later. It is more difficult to be specific about what devices this app will be compatible with, but Android 5 was released in late 2014. And so if you bought your device after that date, there is a higher likelihood of it working with the August Home app. The Ultraloq app requires an Android device to be running version 4.4 or later. 4.4 was released in October 2013, and so if you bought your device after that date, the chances that it will run the Ultraloq app successfully. The BE469 and the YRD220 make use of the SmartThings and the Wink apps for Android devices. For both of these locks, the version of SmartThings app depends on the particular Android device that you are using, and for both locks, if the Wink app is being used, it requires version 4 or later on the Android software. As a guide, Android 4 was released in October 2011. The 92640, the BE365, the SHS3321 and the A20 do not make use of an Android app. None of these locks have an app that allows them to be remotely controlled via a phone running Windows 10. This is not a surprise, as very few smart devices have Windows 10 apps, because in the grand scheme of things there are so few Windows 10 devices. Two of these locks can be controlled via a web browser. Whereas apps allow a smart device to be controlled via smartphones or tablets, browsers allow users to control a device via a laptop or desktop. And since many of us still spend our working lives on this type of machine, it's a very sensible idea. The two locks that allow this access are the BE469 and the YRD220, and it's the SmartThings app that allows browser access. None of the other 6 smart locks from my chart allow you to gain access to them via a browser. Although smart locks are useful gadgets in their own right, they become even more appealing if they can work with other smart devices in the smart home. Because the smart home market is so large and very lucrative, there are many different systems available. In order for devices to be compatible, they need to use the same system. And so in order to get as many users as possible, smart locks need to work with more than one system. But to be honest, the smart locks in my comparison are very, very poor when it comes to home automation. If This Then That, or IFTTT, is a website and app that allows devices to respond and interact with one another automatically via applets. An applet contains a set of instructions or rules that outline the circumstances under which 2 or more devices respond. IFTTT is becoming increasingly important in the world of smart gadgets. Yet in my comparison, only the August Smart Lock has any official support on the platform, and that is only if the August Smart Lock is connected to August Connect, the smart hub that must be separately purchased in order to connect the August Smart Lock to the internet. Alexa is a digital assistant that enables smart devices to respond to voice commands via interactive speakers such as the Echo. The Echo is rapidly evolving into an important smart hub from which many hundreds of devices can be controlled using your voice. Remember, if you're wanting to access this system, you need to already have an Echo speaker or be willing to buy one. There are 3 smart locks in my selection that make use of the Echo system. They are the BE469, the YRD220 and the August. And once again, the BE469 and the YRD220 access Alexa via the SmartThings and Wink system. And the August lock can only access Alexa if it is first connected to the August Connect. None of the other smart locks in my selection use Alexa. Google Home is Google's equivalent to the Amazon Echo. It's an interactive speaker with a built-in microphone, but the only lock that uses Google Home is the August lock, and it will only be able to access it if it's connected to the August Connect. HomeKit is Apple's voice-activated smart home system. However, this system does not require an interactive speaker, as it can be controlled just by having an iPhone. There will be no surprise when I say that the only lock that is compatible with HomeKit is the August. But be careful, as in order to connect to HomeKit, you need to buy a HomeKit specific model of the August Smart Lock. If you have the model that connects to the Amazon Echo or Google Home, it will not connect to HomeKit. There are only 2 locks from my selection that are compatible with the SmartThings system, and they are the BE469 and the YRD220. The other 6 smart locks cannot be used with SmartThings. And again, there are only 2 locks from my selection that are compatible with the Wink system, and they are the BE469 and the YRD220. and the other 6 smart locks in my comparison cannot be used with Wink. Finally, let's move on to the design and warranty section. 3 of the locks in my comparison are only available in one choice of colour, and they are the 92640, the SHS 3321 and the A20. The August lock is available in two choices of colour, dark grey and silver. The UL3BT and the YRD220 are available in 3 choices of colour. The UL3BT is available in satin nickel, aged bronze and bright brass, and the YRD220 is available in satin nickel, oil rod bronze and polished brass. The BE469 is available in 6 choices of colour, aged bronze, bright brass, bright chrome, matte black, satin chrome and satin nickel. And finally the BE365 is available in 7 colour choices, aged bronze, antique brass, antique perta, bright brass, satin chrome, satin nickel and oil rubbed bronze. All of the locks in my chart should take less than an hour to install and should only require a screwdriver to be used as part of the installation. This is true as long as the door that you're installing your new smart lock on has an existing lock installed and that the door has an existing hole to fit the lock into. All of the locks in my chart have an exterior body. This is the part that is on the outside of the door and so it needs to be weatherproof. The exception to this is the smart lock and the A20 lock. The NA logo in my chart stands for not appropriate. This August lock is installed on the interior of the door and not on the exterior. The A20 is only meant to be used on interior doors. It's not weatherproof and so shouldn't be used on a front door or a garage door. I could not find any details about how weatherproof the 92640 lock is. I presume it is, but there was nothing that I could find that described it as weatherproof. The BE365 lock is described as weatherproof, but there are no more details than that. I would have expected most of the remaining locks to have an IP rating because the exterior body of these locks would be exposed to the elements. IP stands for ingress protection, and these are standard ratings that show in simple terms how weatherproof a device or object is. The only lock that does this is the UL3BT. It has an IP rating of 65. The first number 6 means that it is a device that is totally dustproof, and the second number 5 means that the device has a very good protection against water, such as light rain or snow. The 3 remaining locks all have operating temperatures that they are guaranteed to work within, and the B469 has the greatest range of these. It will operate between -35 to 66 degrees centigrade. The YRD220 will operate between -30 to 60 centigrade, and finally the SHS 3321 will operate between the temperatures of -25 to 60 degrees centigrade. All of the locks in my comparison are powered using AA batteries except the B365, which is powered by a 9-volt battery. Only the 92640 does not come with batteries in the box. All the other locks come with batteries provided. 6 of the locks are powered using 4 AA batteries, and they are the BE469, the 92640, the YRD220, the August, the SHS 3321 and the A20. The UL3BT is the exception here because it's powered by 3 AA batteries, which are included. Voice setup is a feature that only the YRD220 has. As part of the setup process, a voice guides you step by step through the process. You can choose from English, Spanish or French instructions. All of the other locks instead provide setup manuals and the occasional setup video. 3 of these locks come with a 1-year limited warranty combined with a lifetime warranty for finish and mechanics, and those locks are the BE469, the BE365 and the YRD220. The 92640 comes with a whopping 3-year limited and lifetime warranty for finish and mechanics. The August and the A20, as far as I can tell, only come with a 1-year limited warranty. The UL3BT comes with an 18-month limited warranty combined with a lifetime warranty for finish and mechanics. And finally, I could find nothing about the warranty on the SHS3321, and so it should be taken as only having a 1-year limited warranty. In this section, I will take you through all the different items that come in the box when you buy one of these smart locks. Every one of these smart locks come with interior body. This is the main part of the lock that fits onto the inside of a door. For most of these locks, this will be a thumb latch. The August lock is the only lock in this chart that doesn't come with an exterior body, because if you buy an August lock, you keep your existing exterior body. All the other locks come with an exterior body. This is the part of the lock that has a number or keypad on it. The August lock is the only lock in this chart that doesn't come with a latch, because if you buy an August lock, you keep your existing latch and your deadbolt. All the other locks come with a latch. Fixings are the screws and other little pieces that are needed to attach the lock securely to the door. All of the locks come with the necessary fixings. However, I could not find any information regarding the fixings that come with the SHS3321. Instructions are the paper-based instruction manual or quick start guides. The August is the only lock that doesn't seem to come with any documentation, because all the instructions for the installation and setup can be found within the August Home app. 3 of the other locks are a bit vague on whether instructions are included, and they are the 92640, the BE365 and the SHS3321. The UL3BT and the A20 come with some sort of user guide, and the BE469 and the YRD220 come with a user guide and an installation guide. Only one lock does not come with batteries that are needed to power it, and that lock is the 92640. All the other locks come with the correct number of batteries that are needed. Only 2 locks do not provide mechanical keys, and these are the August and the SHS3321. The UL3BT and the A20 come with 3 spare keys. The 92640, the BE365 and the YRD220 provide 2 spare keys, and the BE469 comes with 1 key. Wow, thank you for watching this product comparison. It's been a very long one. In this review, I've compared 8 of the top smart locks. The Schlage B469 versus the Kwikset 92640 versus the Schlage B4365 versus the Yale YRD220 versus the August Smart Lock versus the Samsung SHS3321 versus the UL3BT versus the A20. I hope that my comparison will help you as you search for your next smart lock. If you have any questions, please ask me. If I've made a mistake, please tell me. Or if you have any ideas for my next review, please let me know.